I'm Major Max Guerin, M-A-X-G-E-R-O-N. I'm the Major of the Violent Crime Section of the Dallas Police Department. I'm pleased to announce that we have made an arrest in the suspect responsible for the murder of Ms. Zoe Hastings. First of all, I want to extend our sincere appreciation and thanks to the Hastings family for their patience and support in what I can only imagine is the most difficult event they've ever been through. To each and every one of the citizen volunteers who gave their time to help canvass the neighborhoods, to the hundreds of citizens who took the time to call and report possible leads to our detectives, to Oak Farms Dairy for the generous offer of reward, and to the crime scene technicians and analysts who meticulously processed the crime scene for physical evidence, and to the members of our U.S. Marshals Fugitive Apprehension Team, and finally to our very hardworking detectives of the Dallas Police Homicide Unit. This truly was a community policing success given the involvement and the cooperation of the citizens and police. Late last night, we received the results of DNA tests conducted on physical evidence recovered from the crime scene. Those results showed a match with an individual in the DNA database. The suspect, identified as Antonio Lamar Cochran, black male, January 19th, 1981, matched the description of witnesses who saw him abduct Zoe from the Walgreens and drive off with her. We gave this information to our detectives assigned to the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Apprehension Team, and in less than 8 hours, they were able to locate and arrest him in an apartment in northeast Dallas early this morning. He's been taken to the Dallas County Jail and charged with capital murder, and his bond is currently set at $1 million. Once again, I want to say thank you to the Hastings family and to our citizens for the way that they came together to assist us in solving this tragic murder. Next, I'll bring up Ms. Shawn Brown, a spokesperson for the Hastings family, and then Council Member Clayton would like to make a statement as well. Ms. Brown.
Thank you so much. The family of Zoe Hastings is extremely grateful to the Dallas Police Department for their swift action in making this arrest. Zoe's family would like to also thank those in the community. Because of the way that you came together, the police were able to act quickly and swiftly in arresting this suspect. This family, as you can imagine, is grieving, but is also happy about the way that this community came together because it is representative of the way that Zoe lived her life, a life that she lived for others, recognizing a power that was greater than herself. We ask that you continue to keep the family in your prayers and that you continue to assist in bringing truth and justice to this senseless tragedy. Thank you. My name is Shawn Brown, S-H-O-N-N. Last name is Brown, B-R-O-W-N. Thank you.
Councilmember.
Good afternoon. My name is Mark Clayton. I'm the City Councilman for District 9. I'd like to express my deep appreciation to the Dallas Police Department, especially Chief of Police David Brown, Deputy Chief Rob Sherwin, Major Max Guerin, and the dedicated Homicide Unit detectives and FAST team members who have worked around the clock to bring this suspect to justice. Also, too, want to thank those in our community who canvassed on behalf of the Hastings family. Their efforts yielded a number of quality tips that aided in the process that led us to this point. It is my prayer that the apprehension of this suspect will allow the Hastings family and all who love Zoe to have closure and peace. Her family and our community have suffered an unbearable loss, but this arrest will at least ensure that this suspect never has opportunity to prey on the kindness of another person again. Thank you.
I'll take some questions. James?
Motive.
That's something that we simply don't know. He's obviously a sexual predator that's been taken off the streets not to do this again.
Did he not know her?
No, stranger at this point.
Talk about the tips that led to this. I know the community poured out their hearts and gave you time. Talk about that now.
You know, it was in such a tragic event, it was remarkable to see the way that that community gelled, came and gave of themselves to go to strangers' doors, to knock on those doors and solicit information. They worked very closely with us, and each one of them showed up when they didn't have to. And to see that outpouring for a family that very few of them even knew was refreshing and led to are finding witnesses and putting this, the pieces together. Yes. Yes, sir, that's how we found him. We tested items of evidence that were recovered from the crime scene for DNA. That matched a profile that was in the DNA database and gave us the identification. And as I said, he matched that description that was given by witnesses, and we were able to locate and arrest him this morning.
What was he in the DNA test for?
I don't know. I don't have that information at this point.
I see you're flanked by a lot of you guys. Talk about the hours. I know they say of long hours working this. They took it personally. And talk about the efforts that your guys went through.
Sure. For those that aren't familiar with homicide detectives and the work that they do, it's not an 8 to 5 job. It's not, I come in and I get a case and then I go home at the end of the day and then I pick it up where I left off. It's, I get a case and I come in and I work my tail off with my coworkers, hitting the streets, beating the bushes, talking to people, sometimes 24 hours straight. It is a commitment. It is a way of life. And these detectives exemplify the best that the city of Dallas and the police department has to offer.
You mentioned DNA linking. Where was the DNA recovered?
That's a detail of the investigation that I won't address. I'll leave that for trial.
Do you guys have a library?
I don't know the answer to that.
You're looking at him for any other similar crimes?
You know, as you do with any suspect that you get on a crime like this, we will look for similar patterns. We will look for anything else that he may have done and expect that perhaps the announcement of his arrest and his identity might bring forward other people that think, yeah, I saw this guy and he did this. We'll certainly follow up on any and all of those. I'll take one more question.
We're so often told that cases of strangers killing other folks are so rare, yet in the past week we've seen 2 of them. What do you say to the public out there that is concerned after hearing all this time that this just doesn't happen?
Sure. I'd say that the city of Dallas is a safe city. It's got a dedicated group of not only police officers and detectives, but citizens and activists that look out for one another, that come together. You've seen that throughout the various communities in the city. They report suspicious behavior, and we encourage them to continue to do that, and that this is an opportunity. From this tragic event comes just a really impressive story of how the community and the police department work together. So,
Are you concerned that there's been 2 cases of strangers basically killing folks?
I'm relieved that we were able to put these people both in jail. Thank you very much.
Can we get the correct spelling, Max? The correct spelling on this guy?
Mayor, how many detectives work